Good evening, family. Good evening, and welcome to this week's edition of What's Going On. I am your host, Pastor Akin Bandele. I hope you all have had a great week this week. Welcome to our program tonight. We've got a great program for you tonight. You're going to enjoy this, and I know many of you will can actually relate to our program tonight. You can relate to our topic tonight. And basically, we're going to be talking about some things people just do that makes you want to go, what are you doing? What in the mess is going on? So, on what's going on tonight, we're going to talk about some things that people just do that may irritate you or make you very annoyed, that you want to say, what are you doing? What's this? So, go ahead, do us a favor, go ahead and share the video. Invite your friends to the conversation, invite your family, gather around. You may really talk about some of this stuff tonight. If you have a boyfriend or your girlfriend, you'll sit around and let's talk about these things. Maybe there are some things she does that kind of irritate you, and some things she does or he does that, what you'll do that irritate one another. We'll talk about that, and things people do that don't even know you. So we will be talking about those things. It's going to be funny. It's going to be fun. And we're going to get insight into why people do what they do. Where do they do that at? All right. Well, if you are not subscribing to our channel, help us tonight. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Amen. And thank you for being part of our family. And also, if you are watching me on Facebook, go ahead and friend us on Facebook, comment and share, and let me know you are out there tonight. Again, welcome, welcome, welcome to our program. I've got a couple of guests with me tonight. Amen. I think my other guests may not be here yet. Backed by popular demand, I've got my bro. God bless you, Brother Jonathan Myers. He's in their house tonight. Brother Jonathan, welcome to our program tonight. How you doing, man?
And I'm doing great. Doing great.
Yeah, you got some rest today?
I got some rest last night. Yeah,
Somebody said there's no rest for the weary, huh?
yeah. I had a couple of those nights where we talked about a couple of weeks ago about waking up at like 3 to 4:30 a.m.
Really?
I have a couple of those for like a couple of nights in a row, like for probably about a week and about
Tell me,
10 days.
tell me about it. So you didn't set an alarm, nothing.
No,
You just open your eyes and you were up, and you look at the clock. It's 3 o'clock.
I look at the clock, it's like 3:30, 3:45, 4 o'clock.
Well,
Yeah.
if that keeps happening, you are one of the chosen. No, 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 seriously. If that keeps happening, God has chosen some people in this end time that He's going to speak to their minds, He's going to download into them. They're going to have creativity, they're going to have wisdom, they're going to be able to speak to the demonic realm, and they have to listen. Is the third watch of the night, and
Mhm.
many times, anything you ask God around that time, I notice that it actually happens. It actually happens.
Yeah.
And if you wake up and there's something you are thinking about, whether it's a business or maybe your child or maybe a friend, and you want it to happen, that is the hour.
Yeah.
That time is like God is at an attention for that watch hour. And I love it. I love it. I can't wait until I have like a forum where we all just sit in a room and talk about our experiences at that
Mhm.
watch hour between 3 and 4:30, 3 and 4:30, 3 and 5 o'clock. But that's the last night watch before the day.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, and I know you also, how is the I know you're expecting a baby soon.
Yeah, any day now.
Any day
Any day
now.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. That time flies, man. That time flies. Hey, family, if you're watching me tonight, yeah, my bro, got another addition to the family. And you know, like I always say, it takes a village to raise a kid.
Yeah.
If you as a village in Africa, we show love. We show
Yeah.
love. When somebody's having a baby, we bring some money.
Yeah.
In America, some people in America, they just cheap, man. They stingy. They want to give your baby a name and don't drop no money. They want
Yeah.
to come to see the baby, and they want to pull the baby's ears. In Africa, you're gonna pull my baby's ear, you're gonna drop a couple of $1,000s, buddy. you ain't pulling no baby's ears. But
Yeah.
hey, listen, family. I know many of you are watching me tonight. You are here tonight. This is my brother. Yes, my son in the ministry. If you want to be a blessing tonight, I'm gonna post his cash app. I'm gonna put his cash app on the program tonight. Amen. And
Amen.
I'm actually going to start it up. Before the end of the program, I'm going to call some of our followers, some of our friends. I want them to join me. I'm going to start it off, and we'll just show some love to Brother Jonathan and his beautiful family. Amen. And also we have, I see my Jamaican dreadlock online. Hello, Jamaican son.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? Yeah, you're the one that's up, man. You know, this program tonight, it actually happens because of some things that happened this week. Because there are certain things people do that just rub you the wrong way. And they do it without even thinking. And it happened to me twice. I'll give you an example. I pull up for Bible study, and somebody parked next to Joshua's car. And they were going to open that door. I said, whoa, watch that car. Don't open that car wide. And they were trying to pull something out of my truck, and they were lifting it like this. I said, whoa, listen. If you drop it on that car, you are going to pay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and people do those kind of stupid stuff sometimes, where they get close to your car and they open the door, bam, they ding your car, and they keep trucking. They drive off as if nothing happened. And those are some of the things we're going to talk about tonight. And I know some of our viewers they're going to have their own stories. And I was asking Lady Betty to actually join us tonight, but I guess she's not feeling too well because something happened with us. And when it happened, I knew I was going to talk about it on Thursday. And I'm probably going to start with what happened to us. But in the meantime, let me see who we have. We have some of our families joining us tonight. Hey, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? That's what we are talking about tonight. I want to welcome Sister Dene. Sister Dene, welcome tonight. Welcome. I've been like that for 2 weeks now. I wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. Whoa, that right there, that's going to be a double power right there. If both of you are waking up around the same time, you and your husband around the same time, that is going to be some powerful stuff. Sister Cherry is supposed to be joining us. She's saying howdy. She needs to join me on this program tonight. Sister Cherish, I'm waiting on you. Come on board. She probably tell me, Uncle, my hair is not done. Them sisters, man. Tasha Evans, welcome to our program tonight. Cherish, we are waiting on you. You can join the program. We are waiting on you to join us tonight. Well, while we are waiting on them, I'm going to start with the situation that actually caused me to want to have this program tonight. I wish I could have this program on Monday because it happened on Monday. And I'm going to put it out there, and you guys tell me if I was crazy. I got in Lady Betty's car, right? And it was hot. So I rolled the windows down to let the hot air out. Then I rolled the window back. She was fiddling with her phone, trying to find the music to put on the radio, and all of this stuff. She got this Apple thing, Apple Play and all that stuff, which I really don't care. All I know is I'm hot right now. So I turned to my baby. I said, hey, sweetie, can you turn the AC on? She said, you can turn it on yourself. I said, whoa, this is your car. You know all the buttons in your car. You know the AC in your car. I will not get in somebody else's car as a passenger and start changing their radio stations. and start changing their heat and their air conditioner. So she just kind of have an attitude about it. Well, yeah, you got it, you know, handicap, you got it. I said, but baby, it's your car. I just don't do that. Where did they do that at? That you get in somebody else's car, you start changing the temperature in their car. And I said, you know what? Why it was happening? I said, man, I got to talk about this on Thursday. So let's start with that. Brother Jonathan, if I'm riding as a passenger in your car, will you be cool with me reaching out and turning your AC on and putting in the temperature that I want, or reaching out and changing your radio station? Talk to me.
Radio station, no. AC, yes. And it's funny you say that because when my wife is in the passenger seat, I'm looking for her to get the AC going. If we looking for direction or we're headed somewhere, have that pulled up. I need to focus on the road. So I don't have I definitely don't have a problem with AC. That's probably like one of the things I'm like, hey man, we've been in the car for 10 seconds. Why you ain't turn the AC on yet? You know what I mean? So I'm one of those people where I don't mind the AC, but as far as like music or whatever the case may be, nah. But AC, yes. Where
so
are we going? Yeah,
what
where
about
we're
the
going?
person if the person is not your family?
Well,
Let's say you pick up somebody to give them a ride to church. Now, they don't know your car, number one. They don't know your buttons. They don't know your car. And they're fiddling and trying to find the AC to turn it on. What about that one?
That I may have a problem with. 9 times out of 10, they're not in my car anyway. You know what I mean? But I'm just going to be honest. But with my wife, man, turn that AC on. Because I'm such in a hurry to get off, pull out, and get to where I'm going that I'm not thinking about the AC. So, like, I appreciate a passenger princess is what they call them. There's certain things, have the napkins, have the hand sanitizer. That's your job as the passenger. So I'm one of those.
You're cool
I gotta
with that?
disagree. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Let me talk, Josh, okay, I know you got a new technology, which, no, seriously, 70% of Americans that don't drive that kind of car will never be able to operate your car. Never. Yeah. I know people that can get in that car, they can get in that car, they don't know how to open the door.
I don't.
Or starting the car. You know what I mean? Now, Joshua, if somebody, not your wife, but just anybody that you give the right to, they get in your car and they start touching your screen and changing buttons. Okay, he drives a Tesla. It's a Tesla S, which I don't know. He has not given me a ride in it yet. I'm still waiting for my ride.
Still talking about it.
Hey, I'm going to talk about it until I get my ride, where I get a 30 minutes ride and then I get to drive it at least 5 minutes at least. Anyway, Brother Josh, if somebody get in your car and they start playing with your buttons in your car, well, how do you feel about that?
I'm kind of like John. As far as AC, I'm not a stickler on that just because cars for the at least past 15, 20 years have been like each side is separate. So your side could be hot and my side can be cold. So as far as AC, I don't have an issue with that.
No, you don't have an issue somebody turning your AC on for you when they're in the passenger seat.
Well, the AC is already on, but like if the temperature is not what you like or you desire, I don't have an issue.
Your side.
Yeah, you can change your side. I don't have an issue with that.
But you see, changing the AC to fit me is not what I'm talking about turning it on. I don't ever get in somebody's car and reach out to their car to turn their AC on.
I don't know who riding around with no AC, no AC on in their car.
Lady Betty gets in the car, and that's not the first thing on her mind.
Oh, how long y'all been in the car?
Huh?
Like, how long have you guys been in the car before you need the AC on? Is it 10 seconds? Is it a minute?
No, like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and I'm hot.
Oh my, Pastor! All right,
man, that's your wife. You can reach over and cut the AC on, man.
Yeah.
You sound like what she said, but I told her, baby, I don't do that. I don't even drive a car.
You're gonna be burning up over there.
That's what she told me. If you don't turn it on, she told me if I don't turn it on, she gonna do nothing.
I mean, because she might have been comfortable at whatever temperature the car was at. So,
oh yeah. Wow. Okay, well maybe I'm wrong. Well, I stand to be corrected. I just thought nobody getting in my car to turn my AC on. Jack,
I
you
mean,
sit on that seat.
if you're talking about strangers, that's different. But that's your
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's different.
I guess because it's a habit that I've developed, I just don't mail in somebody else's stuff. I don't do it. I can tell you right now, I don't even know all the buttons in a car. But I don't. If she's had the car for over 5 years, I may have driven a car 2 or 3 times. That's it. I just because I got my own vehicles. I don't need to drive yours. I'm sorry. That's your car. So anyway, even when I'm going somewhere else and she drives me, I let her drive her own car. Don't get me to drive your car. It's your car. You drive it every day. You know all the hiccups and the things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to fool with all of that stuff. That's why, man. Well, I stand corrected. So I understand now. That is okay. Well, let's move on to, okay, I think, oh man, we got a lot of people talking. Let me see. I think we got a lot of people commenting. Okay. Don't touch my radio, nor my AC. Jam. Jam, I'm like you. Don't touch my AC. Don't touch my radio. Don't open my glove compartment because you don't know what I got in there. Don't be, nah. You sit in the seat that you are a passenger in my car. Sister Jam, I think that's why we are twins. We are born on June 5th. So maybe that's why we are twins. I'm the same way. Sister Cherry said, I can't join it tonight. I'm moving around in the house tonight. Okay, we understand. We understand, Sister Cherry. Thank you for letting me know that. Sister Cherry said, new cars have air temperatures on both sides these days. So you can adjust your air on your side if you would like. You can adjust my radio though.
Yeah.
Don't be changing my radio.
If I'm driving, I'm on the aux. Unless I say otherwise.
Yeah.
All right. So whatever you want to hear is what you want to hear, huh? James said, yes, I have separate AC so they can turn their side. Well, I can turn my side too. It's just that I want the AC turned on by the driver of the car. I guess that's what I was doing. I just wanted the driver of the car that owns the car turn the AC on and I can adjust my side. Okay, I got it now. I got it. So maybe when I get in your car, I can ask you, how do I turn your AC on? It's hot in here.
Yeah.
Well, let me go to another thing that's a pet peeve for me. And there are several behaviors that people often find annoying. So we're going to talk about some of them tonight. What about somebody interrupting you when you are speaking? They cut you off while you are speaking, or they finish your sentence. What do you think about that, Josh? Let me start with Joshua.
Crazy enough, I don't necessarily trip on things like that. And maybe it's potentially because depending on the conversation, I am somebody that interrupts. Like if I disagree with somebody on something, I like to interject before I allow you to finish complete your statement.
But that's disrespectful.
That may be why I give the grace if somebody does it to me.
I see.
Well, it depends on the conversation the conversation that's at hand. Like if you're telling me about something that I did or your take on my views or something like that, I'm gonna interject. Like I'm just not gonna let you finish your statement without, really? Saying my piece within the context of the conversation. But like a regular conversation.
Finished. What I'm saying, I'm not finished. Why are you interrupting me?
Hey,
why can't you let me finish and then you get to talk?
Because I might forget.
Are you that shallow that you forget?
I mean, I might forget, so I gotta let you know. Like if we having a conversation and you say, "Oh well, yeah, you told me that da 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 da," I don't need you to finish your story if where you started is already incorrect.
Well, what about you getting the pen and writing it down? What you go to? Okay, let me ask Brother Jonathan. Brother Jonathan, what do you think? You're trying to explain. For instance, let me give you an example. You're trying to explain to somebody, let's just say about your job. And you're telling them, man, I got on the job this morning, and when I walked, where you work? Let me finish. I met my boss, and we started talking about We're talking about the project that we're going to do, and but what kind of project are you all doing? That's kind of interruption I'm talking about, where they constantly interrupt you because they could not hold their question until you finish your conversation, or at least finish your sentence. What do you think, Brother Jonathan?
I hate it.
I hate it too, with a passion.
Yeah, with a passion. You know what I've noticed, that people don't even realize they're doing it. I don't want to say that they're rude, but I think so many people just don't realize there's an effective way to communicate. And one of those things is letting people get their thought out and their point across. I understand what Josh is saying. When it's a personal type of conversation and you're saying something about what I said or what I did, if you're saying something wrong, I can understand. Nah, that ain't right. This ain't that. Right. I can understand that. But if I'm explaining something, or I'm telling you something, or we're having a conversation about something that requires my thought and my opinion, don't cut me off.
I agree with that.
So I hate it with a passion. Right now, that's one of the biggest things I don't like about my children, is that you give them a leash to be able to express themselves, but at all times they seem to cut people off, and that's something that I'm trying to correct at the moment. I think I do a good job with my wife as far as like allowing, not necessarily allowing her, but letting her get her thought out, because I would want the same thing in return. So I completely understand. I don't like it at all. I don't like it one bit.
I mean, I actually wish my wife could be on this program with us tonight, because that's one of my pet peeves. While I'm trying to explain something and she cuts me off, I just zip up and then I do like this.
See, but sometimes people can be long-winded, and I don't think people understand that's kind of sort of disrespectful too, in a way, because it's like, now you're just taking over the conversation. I was told if you can't get your point across in less than 60 seconds, then you don't need to be saying nothing at all. You know what I mean? Yeah, I shouldn't have to listen to you talk for 2 or 3 minutes. Like, say what you mean, communicate it effectively, and let's move on. Like, you shouldn't be talking for like 2 or 3 minutes. It gets annoying and it gets tiring. Yeah.
I see. Well, let me see what our viewer says about it. Let me see. I see the conversation flying right now. Yeah, I will interrupt sometime. It's not because I'm being rude, but it's kind of disrespectful, Sister Cherish. Somebody trying to talk to you, let them finish their conversation. And this is what I start doing. I take mental notes of what they say. Or sometimes I would just get a pad or a pen and just write down what they are saying, so that, are you finished? Yes, you are finished. Are you finished? Yes, you are finished. But then when I start talking and they interrupt again, and I stop again, I say, can you finish your conversation then? Finish, tell me what you want to tell me, and don't say nothing to me until I respond to what you just said. I don't need you to, I call it being combative. And my wife would know, my wife would tell you, I say that all the time. I say, man, baby, you are so combative. If I say something, you say something. Then I say something, you got to come back. Then I say something, you got to come back. I can say the weather is cold. And you say, well, it's not that cold, but it's 53 degrees outside. But that's what your car just says. But baby, that's what the weatherman just said on the radio. Well, weathermen, they don't get it right all the time. I mean, just on back and forth. I think, whoa, listen, okay, just have at it. I just stop. Because to me, I call it being combative. When I'd rather you say what you got to say, stop, let me see what I got to say, and then when we finish, stop. Don't have to have the last say or the last word in everything. James said, if you don't wait until the person is finished, you might find that what you interject with might not be relevant. Yeah, that's true too. If I'm talking about something, I didn't finish my thought, and you go interject, you don't even know where I'm going with the conversation. Let me finish. And Tasha said, if a person is constantly cutting me off while we are conversing, I don't like that. It's a one-sided conversation. That's the way I feel. If you have to cut me off every time I say a sentence, you cut me off. I say a sentence, you cut me off. Something wrong. We cannot talk. We cannot dialogue. Cherry said, for example, in the mornings for prayer, I feel sometimes I begin talking because I think someone is finished. I always say, go ahead, sis. So, sister, so. I don't think I'm being rude. No, you are not being rude if they are talking and they pause, and then you interject, and then they come back again. You're not really being rude, because the pause to you means that maybe they finished their thought.
Yeah.
And then the person that pause while you start speaking, they should have enough sense in conversation to wait until you say what you need to say, especially if they've been talking for 3 or 4 minutes and they are not finished and they just pause trying to pull up another chapter. And you interject. The person that has been speaking ahead of you, they need to let you finish your question or let you finish what you have to say, and then they can come back and continue. That's what conversation is. So that it's not a one-way thing. Thank you, Sister Cherish, for that. Danae said, yes, babe, you are great at letting me finish a thought. Oh, I see Valentine coming on tonight.
Here you go.
That's why we're in the situation we're in right now.
Somebody going to have a good Valentine.
No, we ain't.
What do you mean, what situation? What situation you got?
That's why we got a baby right now on the way.
Boy, please. Babies are blessings from the Lord. Just ask somebody to help. Sister James said, yes, people can be long-winded, and Pastor, you are long-winded. Shut up.
Facts. Facts, Sister James.
Well, you think I'm long-winded sometimes?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Why you say that?
Because it's true.
Maybe because I have something to say.
Yeah, and you know what? You got it. But
now, if somebody is long-winded and they ain't got nothing to say, I got a problem with that. But let me tell you something. Somebody can speak to me for 30 minutes. If I'm enjoying and learning from what they are saying, you can talk for an hour. I'm paying attention. I'm recording. I'm writing.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
If you ain't got something to say, but you just long-winded about Trump and all of this stuff, and you just want to throw stones at President Trump, and you just go on and on and on, and you don't have no facts.
Yeah,
that irritates me.
Two things can be true. You can be long-winded. You can be long-winded and still got something to say. You know, two things can be true at once.
That's right. That's right. That's right. All right, Sister Jim. I remember that when I'm talking to you, I'm gonna answer you with it two words. Pastor, how are you doing today? K.
Good.
I'm gonna just give you one letter. K. Are you all right today? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What you gonna preach today? Wait and see. I remember that, Sister Jim, when I'm talking to you, and you're gonna say, Pastor, why are you not talking to me? All right. Sister Cherry said it's not disrespectful. A lot of people pause to get their thought together. Therefore, yeah. I think you're finished. So I begin talking, then you say you wasn't finished. Well, that's true too. That is true. Yeah. Lady Betty, some people pause and are not finished. Yeah, I know that too. Pastor, you never interrupt folk. Yes, I do interrupt people, but I don't do it as much. I'm very sensitive about that. I do interrupt sometimes. I would say maybe 10% of the time. But most of the time, when people are talking and they go on and on, I start looking at them as a naked monkey. That way, I don't say nothing. I just let them keep going, especially when they say nothing. I just let them keep talking and talking until they say, you got something to say? I say, you finished? Then I say something. So anyway, so Sister Cherry, yes, I've interrupted people before while they are talking, when they are talking nonsense. But I don't do it. It's not in my character to just interrupt people. I'll try to wait until they finish their thought before I try to say something. All right. Well, thank you. Hey, man, this was important for everybody. I see my screen just flying. All right. Well, let's talk about loud talking. Speaking loudly in public places. And let me tell you why this came up. I went to the Social Security. I went to the tax place to file for my HCAT for them to reduce my taxes on my house because I'm over 65. You know, I wanted to file that exemption. And this guy was on the phone, and the phone is on speaker. The person on the other line was talking loud, and he was talking loud. I almost want to reach out to his phone and just grab it and slam it on the floor. Like, can you put a headset on or something? How do you feel when you are in a group or you are at the DMV, for instance, or at the grocery store, or you are even sitting at church and somebody talking loud, in public, what do you feel? How do you feel? Right, Jonathan?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But what I've noticed.
Do you tell them?
Do I tell them? Nah.
Oh, I do.
You do?
Oh, yes. I just told him, I said, sir, you're too loud. And he said, oh, I'm sorry. And he kind of took his phone and went outside. There's another time, the lady was playing this loud music. I mean, loud. I said, ma'am, can you put a headset on, please? I don't want to hear that music. I'm sorry. How would you like me to give you my already chewed gum for you to chew it? That's your music. I don't need to hear it. She said, and she kind of looked at me a little crazy. And I said, ma'am, will you turn that down? It's too loud. So she just rolled her eyes at me and walk away and, say the music loud. Anyway, I don't like it. Or somebody smoking while I'm around. I was in the grocery store, at an island. No, it wasn't. Where was it? Was it a park? I was somewhere. And the guy and the smoke just in my face and everybody. And I said, sir, it's like me giving you my already chewed gum for you to chew. How would you like that? But that's what you are doing to me. You are blowing your already smoked cigarette, whatever, smoke in my face. But he was very nice. He said, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. And he kind of walked away. He said, oh, it's a bad habit I've been trying to quit. I said, I understand. I just didn't want the secondhand smoke. And that was it. Joshua, what do you think?
I'm loud. So
no, you're not.
Depending on the conversation or the people that I'm talking to, I can be what people would consider loud. Now, as far as what you're talking about, like if I'm in a public setting, like a store or like at the courthouse or DMV or something like that, I definitely think it's rude, and I mean it's already loud in there because it's a bunch of people and there's a bunch of conversations are already happening in this place, so it just adds to the commotion. Um, yeah, I never understood that. Even in the grocery store, like got it on speaker and telling all their business,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to the whole world and stuff like that. I mean, I'm super chill, so a lot of stuff don't really bother me. Like, I mean, I can see why people are annoyed about it, but for me, I just do what I got to do and move around. I'm not.
Maybe I'm getting old.
Yeah, that's what they say. When you get older, a lot of things.
I mean, that stuff irritates me. I don't want to hear about, oh, girl, you won't believe it. He slept with my boyfriend. And I told her, that ain't right. I don't want to hear none of that stuff. Put a headset, put a earphone in your head.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I can't see, like, for me, like,
I want to hear
fun,
that.
It's fun for me because, like, I'll give commentary. Since you want to talk loud, I'll give commentary to you as I'm passing by.
Oh,
like
you do?
that's the kind of stuff that I do.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Like if you're gonna be loud enough, I mean, if you're gonna be loud enough and put all your business out there, I feel like you've given everybody opportunity to make a comment about what you're talking about. I mean, most of the time they laugh and go about their day or whatever
because they know they're wrong.
I mean, yeah, because like I've heard everything that you've been talking about. Even if I wasn't trying to, listen to your conversation, you're just so loud and obnoxious that, just had something to say.
Sister Cherry said, folks pull out guns these days for the little bitty things.
True.
That is true.
Yeah. Cherry said, I'm loud in general. Yes, I know. All the Marlboros are loud. But I know how to conduct myself in public places. My son is loud too, Raymond. That boy is loud. I mean, that boy does not have any inside voice. Everything is to the 10th degree. Dude, chill. It's so loud. Yeah. Danae said hearing people talk on FaceTime and watch Netflix in the store is annoying.
Watching Netflix is
Nowadays, you
crazy.
can't say nothing to people. People can't regulate their emotions. They lash out.
Yes.
I don't say anything to them. I guess you're right.
Yes.
Jem said, I'm never loud. Sister Jem, I don't believe you. I've heard you loud before. I don't believe you that you're not loud. Yeah, you can get loud. Cherry said, I have a loud, authoritative voice. Folks think I'm mean, I'm nice, I just speak strong. Yeah, Jem said, you are old. Sister Jem, you're older than I am. If you say I'm old, that makes you dirt. If you're telling me I'm old, it's like the kettle calling the pot black. All right. Well, I see conversation going on. Everybody talking. Well, let me bring up another one, which I think we kind of alluded into it. No, using headphones, playing music or videos with our headphones in shared spaces. It irritates me. I don't like your music. I don't want to see your movie that you are watching. I don't want to hear all that cussing. I don't want to hear your Chinese language either, because I can't understand what they're saying. Put a headset on. If you don't have a headset on, then don't play that music. That's where I feel. What about being late? When people frequently arrive late to your meetings, to like our program, for instance, or even to church. Because, Brother Jonathan, that's one of my pet peeves, when people come late and they want to sit in the front. It drives me crazy. I'm at the pulpit looking at them like, you ugly. What you coming up there for? You know, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm being honest with you, man. I mean, honest. I've seen them. They leave from the back. They see about several seats, but they come straight to the front. Listen, your hair dusty. I don't want to. Don't feel like I have to see what you have on. And everybody got to look at you. You come late, sit in the back. Now, but why do people feel like they can be late for meetings? My pet peeve when I go to doctor's office, number one, you gave me an appointment. You said be there at noon. I got there for noon. 12:15, I left my doctor's office. They said, Mr. Mane, where are you going? I have a 12 o'clock appointment. It's 12:15. This doctor don't respect my time. Don't respect my time at all. She's not considerate. And I sat at the doctor. I even sat at the dentist's office for almost 45 minutes before they knew I was in the foyer. And I told them, get you a doorbell, get you something to let you know somebody is out here. So what do you think about people being late, or, you know, whether your doctor coming to you, go to a doctor's office, they're late to come see you, or you have a meeting with somebody and they are late being there, or maybe you have a program like you guys used to have your show. You used to have your what do you call it? What is the program? We just be talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you used to have it, and I know you had a team. Tell us how does it make you feel when people are late to get there or they don't show up? Talk to me. Both of you can talk to me about
that. So again, I'm super chill. Like, I may comment about it, but I'm truly not like.
Jonathan is holding his head.
Like, I'm truly not like upset, or like, I don't want to say I don't have an issue with it. I don't know. I'm just super chill. So, and I know that things happen. Now, if it's a consistent thing, like, hey, every day we're supposed to meet at 7, or, you know, every Tuesday we're supposed to meet at 7, and every Tuesday you late, then I mean, yeah, I might have an issue with that. But I mean, things happen.
Yeah, emergency. Yeah, I understand.
I mean, I'm late sometimes. So again, and it's not like, oh, you don't respect this person's, like, I get the, like, how people say, oh, you don't respect their time and things like that. I don't know. I don't put a lot of weight to a lot of things. Like, I'm super laid back.
I think it's been inconsiderate though. So you go to the doctor's office, you have a 12 o'clock appointment with the doctor, and you know you have a 1:30 appointment somewhere else, and the doctor comes at 1:15.
I wouldn't schedule a doctor's appointment if I know that I have something else within proximity, just because I know emergencies happen. Maybe their previous appointment was late, so everything gets pushed back.
This is every time at the doctor's office, though.
I mean, I'm always thinking about the bigger picture. Like, it's not just about me, and that's just how I feel. Like, it's not just about me.
Oh, okay, I see.
And so, yeah,
So
I
me, I
mean,
think
again, if you have a standing appointment, I think it's much different if it's a standing appointment.
it's
Like
always
it's an
is indeed.
every week thing or every month thing or whatever, then that's different. But I think here and there, stuff happens. And so I grant grace to everybody as I would like grace granted to me.
Man, this dude is cool,
Uh
Jonathan. You believe in him or is
I
he
just be
capping?
chilling. I
Is
be
he capping,
chilling.
man?
Yeah.
Nah, it be chilling.
To me, I just think they are greedy and they schedule 4 people for noon, knowing that you are going to sit there and wait for them until they get to you. That's what I feel, that they are greedy.
I don't
You
think
know,
so because they don't necessarily schedule y'all at the same time. They might schedule 4 and 4:30, and out of 4 o'clock came at 4:15, and it's supposed to be a 30-minute, session or a 30-minute appointment, and now I'm over 5, 10 minutes or whatever the case may be, and so now everything else has been, pushed back. Um,
Hmm.
what about like going to ER? The reason you are calling the emergency room is because I have an emergency. Why do I need to sit at ER for 3, 4 hours before I see a doctor?
well, emergency means you halfway dead, man. Just because you got a cough or you uncomfortable, that's not an emergency to them. That's not necessarily emergency to skip ahead and get
Yeah.
pushed to the front of the line. Now, not saying that now a cough could be very vital to somebody. Um, but as far as emergency rooms, just because there's so many people, and you also have to realize there are some people that don't have an emergency that go to the emergency room. And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
sometimes they don't
for,
know, who
to attend
I don't want
to.
to say take serious, but how to elevate certain sicknesses or ailments and things of that nature, especially if what they're going to do for you is not going to instantly make you feel better anyway. So you
I
have a
see.
cough or you're dehydrated. Yes, I could get you in right away, but it's still going to take time for the fluids to get to flowing. So you're still going to be uncomfortable for, X amount of hours versus somebody that come in with a gunshot wound or come in with a stab wound, or it's more an
Oh, I
emergency in
see.
that sense.
I see.
Um,
Because
yeah.
I took my wife to ER 2 weeks ago. There was nobody in there. I mean, none. Nobody in the room except for the nurse and the lady at the counter. And they checked us in like 4 minutes. We were at the place to sit down. And then we sat there for 3 hours. And I'm going, where is the doctor? Where is the nurse? Why do you all call this ER and you don't have a doctor on schedule? And they came out, they did everything I could do at home. Checking blood pressure. I can do that.
That's why I don't go.
Checking your pulse. I can do that. Looking at your throat. I can do that. I need a doctor. I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, I
I mean,
got the oximeter at home. I got the blood. I can check my blood sugar. I can check everything that you're doing. And then I'm sitting here for 3 hours just for that. And finally, for you to come on and say, oh, we're going to do x-ray. And then for you to ask my wife the question, do you want us to give you a shot? Huh? This is a hospital. Why are you asking me? If I knew what to do, I wouldn't have come here. Anyway, I guess maybe like I said, maybe I'm just getting too old and getting irritated. But Jonathan, you think it's okay for people to just be late for appointments all the time? All the time.
Um, it can be irritating for appointments, especially at the doctor's office. It can be very irritating. Luckily, I haven't experienced that yet with my kids. I haven't experienced any of that. Even ERs, we're pretty much in and out. Where as soon as we check in, we go in. Now, as far as like being late to like meetings and stuff like that, if it's a set meeting and 2 weeks or a week in advance, unless you got kids, it's a kids emergency or something like that. I don't think you should. I don't think there's no excuse to be late. Um, as far as church, I I be I be late. I be thinking I'm gonna be late, but I be right on time. But technically, I am late because I'm supposed to be there at a certain time, and I'm there like 10 to 15 minutes before church start. So like I do be late on Sundays, but a lot of times is that I don't want to leave the house in chaos. I don't want to leave the house with the temperature or the mood not where it needs to be as far as children and different things like that. And a lot of times it's just be me slow boogieing. It's probably like the one day out of the week I don't have to be up before
Early,
the
yeah.
roosters. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's one of those days, and I want to make it as chill and relaxed as possible. So I'm normally taking my time. But other than that, I don't like late people, especially if we got a planned set time. Like, this is what time. This is the only time we meet. Like, why are you late? You ain't got
Why
no
you
kid.
late? Yeah.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing to do. Nah, I don't like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's my pet peeve. I try to be on time. I
Mm-hmm.
try to be on time for everything. I really try hard. Somebody said we need to pray for her. She have a tardiness spirit. Lord, in the name of Jesus, we rebuke that tardiness spirit right now in 2025. Let our viewer start early to the appointment so that they have plenty of time to get there. In Jesus' name, amen. I have sat in doctor's office for 2 hours before they saw me. Danae said that be the ushers leading the lay people to the front, because all of the saints are
all the saints sitting in the back already. See?
all the saints sitting in the back. I see. Well, maybe we're going to correct that. Make everybody, if you are at church, you cannot sit in the last 3 rows of the church. Amen. Thank you for that comment, Sister Danae. Doctors are known for keeping patients waiting for a long time. Yeah, they keep you waiting so that your blood pressure can go up some more. Doctor's office won't take you if you're over 15 minutes late, but they can see you at whatever time they want. That is right. That is right. Now, Sister Danae said this is an appointment hack. Always grab an appointment before 9:30. Early morning appointment, they usually keep it well. Well, I think about that. The only problem with me is I don't get up until 10 o'clock. So, but
there you go.
I keep that in mind. People should start telling them that if I have to wait over 15 minutes, I want you to pay me. Well, you know what? You think that's funny? I used to have a group of people. It's an investment group. And this particular brother, we met every Thursday at 7. He will get there for 7:30, 7:45. And we'll make the remaining of us in that meeting to have to go over everything we've talked about. It was an investment company. We were building houses and different things. You know what I did? I was the president, so I got so mad. I said, you know what? Anytime anybody is late, you pay $50. So the following week he was late. We got $50 from him. Next week he was late. We got $50 from him. After those 2 weeks of paying $50, he was never late again. Because now your tardiness has consequences.
Mm-hmm.
And the consequence is that you are paying $50 every time you are late. Man, you should see him running and huffing to get in the building before 7. One day, I think the door outside was locked. Man, that dude was banging on the door at about 3 minutes to 7. He didn't want to pay that $50. He was banging on that door. Yo, come let me in. I'm outside. All right. Cherry says she sat in the aisle with her mother-in-law a few Sundays ago after church, waited 8 hours. Oh, come on.
No, 8 hours is crazy.
Waited 8 hours at the emergency room.
Drove somewhere else.
With insurance. Yeah, I'll be leaving too. I'm not waiting no 8 hours. Pastor, what about you are going to be finished in 20 minutes in that lateness? Is that lateness? You'll be quiet. You be quiet. That is Sister Vivian. She said when I'm preaching, I said I'll be through in 20 minutes and I'm not through for 40 minutes. That's not been late. That's just been long-winded. All right, Cherish, I hate I'm late to church because I'm never late to work. Why we don't treat church like our jobs? Thank you. Thank you. These people, they never late for their job because they know their boss don't fire them.
I'd be late to work too.
No, stop capping. Stop capping.
For me to be on my shift.
Say that again?
I work from home now, so I literally roll out of bed 5 minutes before I gotta be there.
Yeah. Somebody said they have to be near death for them to go to ER.
Straight back. Mm-hmm.
They would drink bush tea before they go to ER. My mother-in-law's stuck in her ways, and she didn't want to leave. Trust me, I asked her to leave after 8 hours of waiting. Wow. Mm-hmm. I ain't waiting 8 hours at the emergency room. I will be leaving.
I pretend like I fell out. They're gonna have to come pick me up and take me somewhere.
You know what I do? I'm gonna start screaming. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just pretend until y'all come get me. 8 hours waiting? Oh, no, no, no. All right. We got a few more that we can talk about. Texting during conversation. I'm engaged in conversation with you, talking to you, and you. Now, Joshua does that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in conversation with him, and it's on his phone. And I am talking to you, son. That irritates me.
Yeah, it irritates my wife too.
It lets me know that you don't care about what I'm talking about. I'm unimportant to you. Whatever you are doing on that phone is more important than my conversation. Usually,
that's your opinion.
Yes, it is my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. And Brother Jonathan, if you're talking to somebody, what about you talking to your attorney or to your doctor or to your counselor and they're on the phone, texting or checking their Facebook status? What do you think?
I mean, I don't like it. I think it's kind of rude. My counselor, I'm paying you. My attorney, I'm paying you. My doctor, I'm paying you. So for this time that I'm paying you, you need to be all about me.
That's right. And not be
Now,
texting.
anybody else, that's your prerogative. It really just depends on what we're talking about.
Hey, I remember I told Joshua we were on a job together and he was on his phone constantly. And I would walk by and I would see him checking IG status. I said, dude, you can leave. You literally can leave. You're going to turn that phone off, put it up, and let's deal with this problem we have at this client, or you can go and I handle it myself. So he kind of put the phone up because it's my pet peeve. I just don't, that is my pet. And people do it even when I used to have employees. And they're working with me and I'm trying to figure out stuff. Instead of trying to help me figure it out or do research, they're on their texting people or checking Facebook status. It's like, why am I paying you to be here? It happens at church too. It happens at church too. And I see people texting sometimes while I'm preaching. They act like they're checking out the scriptures in their phone. Well, especially when I see a lady shaking her butt on your phone. I know you, and I don't think people realize people that are high up while they are speaking, if you sit close enough to the front, they can see what you are doing.
Yeah.
I don't know people realize that. I've seen, I was preaching one Sunday and I passed by somebody, they were ordering something on Facebook Marketplace. And I passed by them. I think they were trying to pay.
Hey man, cross your mind in the middle of service. You might have sparked something in them so they go buy their stuff on Facebook, man.
Well, you can wait. So that's one of my pet peeves. What about, let's talk, I think we have time for about 3 more. What about gossiping? Spreading rumors about Trump or talking negatively about others that can create a toxic atmosphere. What do you think? When people are saying stuff that they don't really have facts about, what does that make you feel?
I don't like the fact that people may spread how someone is to another person. Oh, he's rude, he's this, he's that. No, that's your experience with them. Everybody experience with somebody may be different than what your experience is with them. A lot of times you got to understand you bring certain things out of people. He may not have been this type of person. He may not have been this type of person if you weren't this type of person. I may have a different experience with Josh than you may have with Josh, or vice versa. So I think I don't like it like that aspect. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I like hearing a good gossip. I like hearing some good tea. I like hearing some business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I do. I like to hear what's going on. You know what I mean? Because then
what's going on? Yeah.
It allows me to assess my life. Maybe I'm doing something like this or that and the third. As long as you can keep it to yourself, you're not out spreading. You know what I mean? It's bad enough they telling you. Don't you be the person to go tell somebody else. But yeah, I love good tea. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh Lord, Joshua, you like gossip too?
See, that's hard. I mean, it's hard because it's like a lot of people put a lot of their information out. So is that really gossiping? Because like a lot of people post and do these things. So like I know about your relationship, or I know he cheated on you, or you cheated on him, or this and that. Like without me wanting to, I know this information. Now, I'm not seeking gossip or seeking information about people, but do I hear it and see it? Absolutely. I mean, it's all over social media or anything like that. Um, yeah.
Let's talk about President Trump for a minute. Brother Jonathan hung his head. That's your uncle. Did you inbox your uncle about everything we said 2 weeks ago?
You know what I've been thinking about since last week? Josh
Yes.
said something that I think people missed. He said Trump reminded him of an African parent.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you and Trump got a lot of similarities.
Oh, no.
If Trump was a Christian and a pastor, he would be you. You guys say what you feel. You guys are very blunt and straightforward.
Yeah.
You don't care at some points who you offend. I've heard you say it on the pulpit this past week. So
but I'm very compassionate, though, Brother Jonathan. I have empathy. I'm compassionate.
That's why I say if he was a Christian, a lot of these guys from being a Christian. You know what I mean? If he was a Christian and a pastor, he would be you. His style of presidency is your style of pastoring and preaching in a godly way. Just think about it. I know people in the chat gonna agree.
Well,
but you're slim
yeah, Joshua, you think I'm like Trump?
As far as like the examples that he gave, I mean, those are similarities. Straight to the point, no sugarcoating. You like, yes, yes, you have empathy and you're compassionate, but if something is, I don't want to say bothering you, like if you feel like you want to get it off your chest, you're gonna get it off your chest.
I see. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess a couple of things I thought about. Number one, I love what Trump did with America going to only recognize two sexes, male and female. That's it, two genders. I love it. But then we had this accident with 60 people dead in the water. And if it was me and they said, "Oh, President Akin, will you visit the site?" I said, "Oh yeah, we're going to take some flowers. I know people, lost loved ones." Man, the dude go, "What am I going to do? They already drowned in the water. Am I going to go swimming?"
That's why I said Christian. If he was a Christian, that compassion comes from the Lord.
But he also gets tired of like foolish questions because he's the president of the United States. This is something very tragic, and 9 times out of 10, if something that's not more pressing happens, they're going to visit the site. So why would you ask? My thing is, why would you even ask that question? Like
because
knowing
he
that
hadn't been since it happened.
I mean, you just want him to jump. He just got an offer. You want him to jump and go right away. Like what? It might sound very harsh, but what is he going to do?
He's going to show empathy to the family that lost loved ones as the president of the United States.
You can do that with a tweet or at the Oval Office.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah, a press conference. Say, hey, this just happened. It's very unfortunate. My heart goes out to the people. First opportunity I get to go out to, where the incident happened, I'll make it a priority to get out there when I can and leave it at that and call it a day.
Okay. What about him saying that he thinks what happened is caused by DEI?
That's his opinion.
Do you agree with that?
So I don't agree with that, but I know this is going to sound weird because the media is trying to paint it as a black issue where if people do their research, a lot of the DEI initiatives didn't go to majority us in the first place. They went to the community, the alphabet community. They went to Caucasian women. It had a lot to do with some of the colleges and who was being accepted and different things of that nature. So Man, I would really want the best person for the job to be in that position, not because you're a part of the alphabet community or not because you're a minority or not because you're a woman. I want the best job person for the job. You know, you want the best surgeon operating at the hospital. You want the top doctor to, work on your body. You want the best dentist.
Mhm.
You want the smartest and the brightest of people when it comes to real life issues. And I think that we're so, once again, man, if black people would spend more time trying to enrich our own and stop trying to be a part of something that they say themselves don't care about us. If you feel like these people don't care about you, why are you concerned to be included in what they got going on? We've had examples before in history. If you would just do a history research, when the whole United States was going through the Great Depression, Oklahoma, Tulsa had millionaires because we supported our own. So I think we have to get into that type of mindset and we can easily bounce back. But I don't agree with what he said. It could be true. I don't really know. I really haven't been paying attention. I just know the boy been busy.
Okay. Well, let me read some of our comments. We got a lot of people on here tonight. Jamie, bad one is if you are out to dinner with someone and they are on the phone with somebody else. Why didn't you go out with the person you're on the phone with to begin with?
They ain't asked me out. You did.
Huh?
That person they
Boy,
might not
stop.
have asked them out.
Tell that boy to stop. You should stop.
Hey, man.
Isabella Live 2.0. I find it so great that John 2:4 is Jesus telling his mother that he does not have his powers, yet saying, what do I have to do with thee, woman, my hour? Power has not yet come. And she says, do it. So Jesus, knowing that he will be going to Jerusalem to die, and so will not have opportunity to drink his own wine, collection goes and gets there with his servants. Isabella, I don't really understand what you are trying to tell us. The first miracle of God can do is without power. The first miracle is God can do it without powers. Faith. Mary believed, angel understood, oh my wine. Isabella, I'm so sorry. You must have drunk a lot of wine too, because I don't understand nothing you just said.
See?
I mean, I just read 3.
The Trump.
I knew when I said it, Jonathan.
It's like he was meeting with the people of California about the wildfires. And his response to one of their questions was like, water to solve the problem. Water. Duh.
Isabella, I'm so sorry. You're a woman. I know you're talking about a lot of wine. You must be having some drink right now because I have no clue of everything nothing you just said. But thank you for joining me tonight, Isabella. Appreciate the conversation. Mrs. Roberts said, that's my president. All right, Mrs. Roberts. I remember that in 4 years, okay? Tasha.
Maybe that lady was talking about appointments and time. Like when we were talking about.
Oh, okay. Isabella was talking about appointment and time.
Maybe.
What does that have to do with? Okay, Jesus.
Well, because she was saying it was not yet my. He was saying it was not yet my time, and, and all of that. I'm playing advocate. I'm not sure exactly what she's saying, but I was trying to go back to what we were talking about to see
Isabella,
kind of correlated.
I think my guest just told me you might be talking about the appointment thing. That means my time is not yet to see the doctor.
Ain't your time yet.
My goodness. All right, Pastor is outspoken, and many of his sheep are as well. I think that's awesome. Thank you, Sister Tasha. Isabella, woman, what do I have to do with you? My power hour has not yet come. Mom, Jesus, you have 1,000 IQ. Now use it, boy. Yes, ma'am, mother. Okay, guys, come with me to my house to get my wine collection. Did I tell you, Isabella, you drink a lot of wine? I can tell. Yeah, she's a wine drinker. All she's talking about is wine.
You don't know that.
That's what she's talking about for the past 10 minutes about wine.
That don't mean nothing.
Isabella, do you drink wine? Or are you a wine drinker or wine bibbler or whatever? All right. Mrs. Robo, he did send his tweet about the accident. Yeah, I heard that. Isabella, when the master had tasted the wine and knew she's talking about wine again.
She got one more time.
Knew where it came from. But the servants giggling to themselves knew that this is not MD 2020. Isabella, God is so great and his son is worthy. Isabella, God is one. All right, thank you very much. Well, this is great conversation tonight. I agree, male or female. Although I was working, I heard Trump say just today we need more religion. Bold, great statement. Oh my goodness, more religion. We got enough.
Oh,
there
he
you
wasn't
go,
saying
Pastor.
it in that manner.
Josh, Cherry said for you to leave it alone. Okay, Pastor new nickname, the Trump. What? Now don't even go there. Don't even go there. Now, Isabella just tweeted again. Jesus didn't have power, so turn the water into wine. I'm telling you, the sister is drunk. At the wedding in Cana, he says so in verse 2:4. So how was it done? He said, I do not yet have my power. How did he do it? All right. Anyway, Sister Isabella, enjoy the wine. Are you drinking white wine or red wine? Well, I think my time is up tonight, but I think I have one more. Let's talk about this and I'm through. I was going to talk about chewing loudly. People say I chew loud when I'm eating or at the table and all that. You chew with your mouth open. You know, I enjoy my food better when I chew like this. I don't like all that. The food don't taste good to me. But let me finish with this last one. Overusing of technology. And that's where we're going to end tonight. Hey, listen, guys, I've enjoyed this. Please, if you see my car, please don't put your purse on my car. My car is not your purse race. You're scratching my paint. That's my pet peeve. But overusing technology, being glued to your devices during social interactions can lead to disengagement from the conversation. What do you think? I think, Brother Joshua, you overuse technology. Am I right or am I wrong?
I mean, that's your opinion.
I know it's my opinion,
I mean,
but
my wife would agree with you as well. I'm somebody that likes to be in the know, I guess would be the term. What's going on in the world? What I don't like being caught off guard, so I would like to know what's going on. Social media seems to get a lot of information faster than some of the news networks. So constantly browsing, constantly jumping between pages. I can see people that aren't as engaged in technology, how they would have an issue with it.
I'm a technology person, Josh. I'm an IT person. But I'm telling you, you got technology overload. I mean, even your car, your phone, your alarm system. I mean, just technology over. I mean, that boy will be on that phone. If he has 3 minutes free time to just rest his brain, he's on that phone.
Yeah.
So, but Jonathan, are you the same way?
I'm on my phone a lot. I'm not into gadgets that much. I try to take a break from it, but man, it's tough because, like he said, a lot of information about what's going on, not just with friends or family, but the world is on your phone.
Yeah.
Everything's on your phone. You want to read your Bible more, there's Bible apps on your phone.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like how it was in the old days. You had a CD player over here, or you had to go to a computer that was stationary over here, or you had to go pick up a Bible. Everything is literally on your phone. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think is that if you use this tool for bad things, then and to look up nonsense, then it becomes a problem. But if you're reaching out to someone on your phone, if you're creating material, whatever you do, you know, it depends on what you spend the time to on your phone. Um, but I do think it has a problem when it comes to socialism, Like when you're dealing with people in actions, a lot of people don't know how to talk to people. A lot of people don't know how to engage. A lot of people don't know how to have conversations because there's so much into their phone. They're socially awkward. I do think that's the problem. I think the phone and the internet has made it a problem as far as dating. You know,
Yes.
I remember what it was like. I heard someone talk about this, but I remember when it was like the first time I had to go get a girl telephone number. Like, you know what I mean? Or I had to go speak to someone I didn't know, or I had
Mhm.
to meet people or make friends. Nowadays, you see somebody out, go find them on the internet, send them a DM. Back in the day, it's normally you had one opportunity to make that great impression, and hopefully you got a number or whatever the case may be. So it has its pros and its cons.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
I've got some people right here. Cherry said I was wondering if she was a member of the church. Oh, she's talking about Isabella. Isabella Live 2.0. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I know we're being funny, but thank you. Isabella was saying she was just trying to encourage people to let them know that God will bless them if they believe in Him, and for them to place their faith in God. That
Amen.
He may not do it for you right now, but believe that He will. And
All
he
right on
said he
time.
takes notes at church on phone. He said, I put
Mhm.
my calendar on my face on the phone. Sister Isabella said, even when we do not know how God will do it, he has a way just like he did for his son. We have all we need. Thank you, Isabella Live 2.0.
Mhm.
I know we're just being funny. I see what you're saying, that Jesus will provide at the point of the need. When they need a new wine, he provided wine. When they ran out of wine, they give them the new wine.
See,
So I,
Pastor. See,
yes.
Pastor. That was for me, and you over here trying to shut her up. That was for me. I needed that. Thank you, Isabella.
Okay, Isabella, hey, one of my guests, Jonathan said that was for him. So God
Mhm.
used you tonight, Sister Isabella. Sister Isabella, Live 2.0, God used you tonight. And by the way, if you're in Houston area, Houston, Missouri City, Stafford, Katy, come visit us at church. Our church is at 12401 and a half South Post Oak Road in Houston, Texas. We are right there at the corner of South Post Oak Road and Highway 90. It's a standalone building. A week clinic is in our building. I would love to meet you. Our service is on Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. And then Wednesday night, we got Bible study at 7. Sister Isabella, I really appreciate you joining us tonight. You bless somebody. You bless one of my guests tonight on our program. Thank you very much, Sister Isabella Live 2.0, for being part of our conversation tonight. Sister James said, can you this like that with technology? That's why he has my whole house wireless. Cherish, I love my phone. I read my Bible on my phone. I shop on my phone. I take notes at church on my phone. I put my calendar of events on my phone. Yes, I know, but it's not on TikTok. It's not on IG.
I think what the new or what the older generation fails to realize is all the activities and things, and like Jonathan says, it's good and bad. All the activities and things that people did, went outside and did, it's now on the phone. I don't have to turn on the TV to watch soap operas. Like I can go to a comedian's page, or I can go to an influencer's page, and they're giving content that'll have you laughing. And now you're like, oh, well, if that video was funny, I'm gonna go to the next one and the next one. Um,
Entertainment.
sometimes it's just an outlet. Life is hard.
Could
And
it be a
so
time waster though?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely. Definitely it is. It's not can it be. It is a time waster. Um, but I think it's an escape for a lot of people. It could be
Okay.
good. Again, it could be good, it could be bad. Um, I think it has been a help for some and it has been a detriment to others. Some people use it like, oh, I wish my life was like this, and other people are like, it's good to see everybody's not struggling or everybody's not, dealing with this, or people that do put all their business out there like, okay, well, I'm struggling with that as well. I'm not the only person struggling. So I think it's
Can be a
pros and
support
cons.
system. Yeah, it can be a
Yeah,
support
no,
system. Yeah.
absolutely. I just think instead of going to the movies, instead of watching soap operas, instead of um doing a lot of things you can get all of that on your phone, access to all of those things on your phone. And
Yeah, yeah.
so, yeah.
I'm beginning to use my phone even more now because I'm learning 3 AI languages, AI technology, and I'm really learning to piece them together to do certain things to actually, I'm trying to see in 2025 I can generate easy money that just comes in without me doing anything. And I noticed that there are guys that have used about 4 different AI software to actually start generating income that you don't even have to work for. You're just going to be hearing ding, ding, ding on your phone or in your bank account. So I'm learning that right now. I'm learning 5 different AI programs to see how can I use it to generate revenue. So yeah, I see what Brother Josh is saying about that. Sister Denise said technology can be very overstimulating. She says she have intentional times where she put it away. And then Isabella, hallelujah. God bless you. I know you love Jesus. I can tell. Isabella Live 2.0. Don't forget, come see me. Come see me. New Covenant 12401 and a half, South Post Oak Road in Houston, Texas. If you live in Houston, Missouri City, Sugar Land, Katy, Stafford, 25 miles radius, come on by. Remember, a church alive is worth the drive. You will experience the anointing when you come in the house. I look forward to meeting you if you are in this area. Miss E, somebody say E, little or no conversation or communication with your partner now because your phone is your best friend. What happened to date night? That's what I'm talking about. I don't like my wife to be on the phone while we are sitting there. I'd rather her talk to me. And she doesn't like me to be on the phone either. She'd rather us talk. Actually, when I was on my way home today, and you are praying for one of our church members. She lost her husband, Sister Minister Bethel, lost her husband today. And I went by the house and, you just made me think about how my wife and I, we used to play dominoes at least once a week. We haven't played dominoes in a long time. We used to go fishing every other day. It's been cold, but I think we're going to start that back. So just remember to spend time with your family instead of with the devices. Spend time with your sons, your daughters, your spouse, your friends. Amen. And sometimes some people post too much. Some things need to stay private. Yes, I believe that. Some things, I don't want to see your Victoria's Secret. I don't want to see that your breast grew 3 inches. I don't want to know about none of that stuff. I don't want to see that you got a pad, you got your butt padded with a silicone. I don't want to see it. I'm sorry. It doesn't do anything for me. But Jonathan, why you will
Pastor Trump.
huh? What do you say?
Nothing, Trump. I mean, Pastor, nothing.
Sometimes, sometimes I'm scared to go to, my time is up tonight, but sometimes I'm scared to go to IG. You know why? I'm so scared because I click IG and all of these videos start coming at me. It's like, dude, wait, whoa. I'm trying to get to my page so that I can post something. Do you all know how I can do it to where when I click IG, I don't get all of this stuff first? Does anybody know?
You could try clearing history first and then just be very intentional about what you do click on because your algorithm will adjust. It will adjust. It takes a while, but you got to clear that history first. And then be careful on what you click on.
Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
You can actually, like, if you see videos like of stuff that you don't want to see, you can click on it and say, I think it say you're not interested in this type of content. So if you go through your timeline and you do that, because it could just be potentially you followed somebody that followed you, and that's what they post. So you're, like he was saying, the algorithm is going to pick that up and continue to show you that stuff because you've connected with somebody that's what they do. So just going to those different posts and saying, hey, I'm not interested, and then you'll notice that those 3 dots, and then you could, I think it's like second from the bottom, you say that you're not interested.
I'm gonna get you guys to help me with that because some of that stuff I don't want to see them. It's irritating to me. I really don't want to see them. But I like to be able to go to IG, go to my page and post what I want to post, and then look at some of my friend pages, people that I know, just to see what they are posting. And some of these people, I don't even know them. I mean, they bombard my timeline like crazy. It's like, And then I'm trying to preach. They don't push my stuff out.
I mean, they ain't clicking on it. I mean, they ain't clicking on it.
All right. Well, guys, I really, 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 really want to thank you. Brother Jonathan, Brother Joshua, you helped somebody tonight. You helped me quite a bit. I want to thank both of you for your time, for your dedication to our program tonight. And hey, you are welcome on my program anytime. Anytime you want to talk about anything, any conversation, let me know. We'll have it. I appreciate you supporting our channel. I appreciate you always taking time out to join us out of your busy schedule. So I want to thank you tonight. Everybody watching us, I thank you for joining us. We're going to check out tonight. We're going to sign off. So if you just, joining us tonight, we do this every week, every Thursday night, 7:30. Join us for what's going on. Well, until next week, you'll have a great, great, great weekend. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Jesus loves you more. Good night, family.